Hi, I'm Donna with Donna's Things. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I appreciate your time, your thoughts of coming on to see what's going on this side of the camera. Thank you so very much. And then of course, if you are returning, you know my heart. I really appreciate your time also. So hello everyone. I am here today just to show you two things that, well, really three things that I made, and let's get right to it. However, the pants that I'm going to show you, I will put a clip up there because I thought I had already done a video of them. However, I didn't. What I had done was just a short a video short. So today I'll show you the pants. So I am working on three things, which that's what I do. I work on multiple things at a time. So I am working on pieces for a vacation collection. I am working on pieces for evening wear collection, and then I'm working on whatever it is I feel like making during the week. So this shirt, excuse me, that I have here was supposedly going to be for a vacation, part of the vacation collection. I wanted a linen long sleeve big shirt, and I was going to make a pair of shorts to go with it, but it didn't quite go that way. The pattern that I have here is KnowMe2052. KnowMe2052. The line drawings are here. You've probably seen it being made. This is by Beauty Du Jour, but my short that I made titled these pants Best Pants Ever. But let's get started with this shirt. This is a linen. It's like a taupe color linen. You would see like the gray threads running through it. It's really a beautiful fabric. I was in the fabric store buying a piece of this fabric for somebody else, and then I was like, well, that probably would work for my vacation shirt. But when I got it home and started working on it, while it is very nice, I realized that it's probably, I would have to line the shorts, and I don't feel like going through all of that. But here is the shirt, and it is a beautiful shirt. As you can see, it's buttoned down the front, and it didn't have a separate placket, just the front of the shirt. You put the facing, no, the front of the shirt just folds over, once for the inner facing, and then of course once for the placket look itself. So it buttons down the front. It has this one patch pocket right here on the left. It has a stand-up collar underneath. The stand-up collar is here, and then it has the pointed collar. You have the long sleeve, which is the drop shoulder. So when you look at it, here's your shoulder here, and then of course it drops just a little bit because this mannequin's a little too small. Drops a little bit. Here's the shirt. There's a pleat. It has the button placket. Now, a beautiful thing about this shirt that is hard for me to show you because I put the 3 buttons here, but I didn't make buttonholes. I actually sewed them down, and then I realized I may not be able to show you the shirt in full. She designed this cuff. It's 2 cuffs. So there's a cuff here, and then you put the second one on top of it. So when you have it on or when you look at it, it actually looks like this. And when you wear it, you know, like that. And when you wear it, you can really see it. The back of the shirt has a yoke. There's a yoke back and a pleat. Now, it does drop. I'm not sure how far down you can see, but it has the shirt tail hem. So you've got the front, and then it curves up in here and it's open, then curves back. And the back is longer than the front. And so you can see that. I'm seeing all these strings. You can see that here. Here's your back curve, and here's your front curve. Really, really, really nice. I used my mother of pearl buttons on here, and you know, with these buttons you have to be really careful. That's one of the reasons I sewed them down on the sleeve, because when you pick them out of your, you know, your bag or whatever you, wherever you store your buttons, sometimes these mother of pearl buttons will have a crack in them, and you have to be careful, because after you use them a couple of times, they will actually crack open. You'll find yourself doing it again. But here's a close look at these buttons, and the buttons, they're mother of pearl, so each one has its own little look to it, but it blended in with the taupe really, really quick. I did French seams. So if you look on the inside, there are French seams, even though when I put the sleeve on, the sleeve is actually serged. And after I did the sleeve and serged it, I realized that it should have French seams. So I finished the rest of it with the French seams. So you can see the French seam on the inside here and down. And then when I did the, just a different way, when I did the curve, what I do is the bias tape. I put the bias tape here, and then I turn it under and run it all around. It goes a lot smoother for me when I do it that way, but really nice. I don't really work with a lot of linen. I'm just really starting to like the look. I always like it on other people, but wasn't too sure about it for myself. But this right here, I think, is really gorgeous. And since I have another, I think another 2 yards left, I will probably make a different style shirt. I know that I won't do the short. Now, these jeans is a whole nother story. So the fabric, it's black, and it has like gray threads running through it. It's a nice weight denim, but these pants that she designed are gorgeous. So we'll get started. Here's a pocket here. It's that curve here. So here's a pocket here, a pocket here. I did put a hook and bar in the waist, but it does have that fly front. The back has a waistband of the belt loops. The back has a yoke here. Now this is beautiful because she top stitched everywhere, and it just gave it this really nice professional look. But there's a yoke here, and then you have your 2 back pockets. I don't know how well you can see, but the rivets, you see those? The studs, I should say, they're not rivets. You see the studs? She put studs here, she put studs here, and a stud here, and I did it all with the belt loops. Now, the pant itself, you can see, they're wide leg, but they do stop. Now, the beauty of the pant is this patch. I don't even really know how to show you. If you could really see it close up, there is a patch right here. It's cut here, here, down here, and across here, and it's top stitched. I don't know how well you can see it on there, but it is stunning. There is one that goes in the back. I really wasn't sure about it, so I didn't put it in the back. If I make another pair though, I will put the patch in the back also. And then the bottom of the leg, the fabric is frayed, and it's frayed on purpose so it can have that look. So I did 2 rows of stitching across the top, and then this way when you fray it, of course it's not going to go past that stitching. So this is the fraying that I did on my own. I remember a time I would never have worn anything like this, but these pants are the bomb. But they fray like this, and I imagine over a period of time, if I choose to wash these pants rather than dry clean, it will continue to fray or unravel some more on its own. But they are really, really, really nice. And when I thought about my shirt, I was like, okay, I don't have the shorts now. But then I was like, wait a minute. The pants that I made back in November, October or November, that the denim is black with the gray and will be perfect for these pants. So that's a nice, 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 classy look. If you, I wish you could, you know, if I could have made the pants a little more playful. And then when you top stitch, you don't just top stitch. She has 2 rows of top stitching everywhere, on the zipper, on the seam right here at the crotch. There's just double top stitch. We top stitch down the side, 2 rows of top stitching on the pockets. All the detail, they're just gorgeous. But if I do it again, I may very well use a different thread so that you can actually see this patch that's right here in the pants. But very, 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 very nice. I like the look, and I do have some pictures at the end of the video where you will be able to see it. Now let me show you one more thing that I've been working on. Actually, it's 2 more things, because I did make a bag. I used my Simplicity 9398. I had already made view A, but this time I made view B, and it's just this regular stand-up one here. And I used the duck cloth, like that heavy twill black fabric, to make the bag. I did do contrasting on the inset here on the side, and on, of course, on this side. The bottom is just your regular black. I decided on my own to put a front pocket, so I made the pocket out of the contrasting fabric. This is an African style fabric. It's just cotton, but it's an African print. I put this green zipper here, this teal zipper here, like a contrast. It unzips. I lined this pocket too, because that fabric was very thin. And then on the inside is lined with that same fabric, and there is an inside pocket. I decided to buy the strap, so I put the tab and the D-ring on the purse. But I actually purchased this strap from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby sells these in different, different prints. They're really nice. They come with the, the closure already on them. They are the adjustable straps, and they're like $5.99 to $4.99, because this one was $4.99, $4.99. And I was going to go ahead and make the strap, but I was like, wow, and I wasn't sure how much of a contrast this stripe would be, but I actually like it on here. And I always put some type of key ring tab or something on my bag. So this is a really cute bag that I have here. Just drop in. I might put a snap. And then, of course, we know that it will go quite well with my jeans and my shirt. Now, the dress I've been working on. So that would have been vacation. Well, that's probably still vacation wear. But this is just everyday wear right here. Simplicity 9466. This dress here, this is a 1960s vintage pattern. So that's this dress right here. It's real simple. Here are the line drawings in the back. And I chose to use a nice double knit that's in a plaid. It's really cute. That's the back here. So the front of your dress has this, like, it folds over so that you could get this double-breasted look right here. So you have a regular collar. It was just double collar sewn right onto the dress. And as you can see, I used the plaid. I'm a stickler about matching my plaid. So when it's on, these match going down. They match on the side here. And this is smart when they have you cut it, this middle band. Oh, I can't think of the name. When you cut this band on the diagonal, then you get the plaids going diagonally, and you don't have to struggle trying to match them with this and with this. So the dress buttons here and here. Wait a minute. And it has this opening like that. So it folds over, and this is like a pleat that comes over here. This one right here, you know me, I sew my buttons down. So these two buttons are just sewn on, and I have a snap here that keeps that closed on the inside, and it does have a rather wide facing on the inside. The top of it, this was the design. It folds all the way over to here, and you have a snap here and a snap here, giving you this look. It's not a very fancy dress. It's not a whole lot to it, but it is really cute when you have it on. Now, one thing they did, well, I chose the sleeveless version, and they do use a facing. Now, I will use bias tape any time of the day, but I like a good facing because it's not going to flap. If you put your facing on and you take your hand stitching and go all the way around, of course it won't flap. But if you don't like to do hand stitching, that just makes it extra. But I do kind of wide stitches and just go all the way around, keeping that facing down nice and flat. And then my inside facing, let me get it and show it to you like this. I serged all of these seams also. You can see that. And then you have this wide facing on the inside. It cuts off right here. It's just tacked right here, and I have it tacked at the shoulder, and I have it tacked here. And here's that pleat that was interfaced, that was formed. So that's here. And then, of course, on the inside, the band is doubled. I covered it, you know, so I covered it like that. They didn't do that on the pattern, but I don't like the rawness that was inside, so I went on and made that change. Just have a small hem. I serged around the bottom, and then I hemmed it by hand. What I do want to show you that was absolutely genius of them. Now, what they did was the seam, hope you can see it, the seam that's here and the seam that's here that joins this this band to the bottom and to the top, because this is a front and back bodice, then you have your band, then you have your skirt. When you attach it, before you attach the facing, you attach the bodice, the band, and the skirt. They leave an opening in the seam right here. So you sew here, it's open here, and then you sew, and it would have been here too. You sew here, it's open here. And this opening is actually the buttonhole. And I was like, why? Why would you do that? And as I kept reading, because I read my instructions first, as I kept reading, I found that they then took the facing. They made buttonholes on the facing, which, here's your buttonholes on the facing, which line up with the opening right here. So your dress actually buttons, and it's going through that opening seam and that buttonhole that's behind it on the facing. Now, I thought that was absolutely genius. And I was like, why would they do that instead of just making buttonholes? But of course that made sense, because you don't want to make buttonholes on top of this, especially if it was made to be right in the seam. So you have that opening, the buttonhole is underneath, you sew on your button, and bam, you have your opening like that. So this too, it's a nice fitted dress. I'm glad I used the knit. Oh, that don't look right. Yeah. Yeah, just, it will flap open like that. So that's the way it's supposed to be. I didn't want to tack it down. I like it. So when you're just standing up, it does lay flat. But of course, when you move or get ready to walk, it's going to open up. But it's nice and clean on the inside, so it can open up all at once. And this is what it looks like. Really, really, really cute dress. I didn't do the short sleeve because I had bought this fabric for something else and I didn't want to use all of it. And but very nice. I like the way it came out. I probably would make it again, maybe in a solid, maybe with the short sleeve. We'll just have to see. So those are the things that I have gotten done. I am working on an evening piece. That one's not finished, so I'll have to pull that out, probably get it done this week. So why do I work on multiple things at one time? I like to see the pieces come together. I'm a fast sewer, even though sometimes things take longer than others because of all the details, and you want to get your top stitching right. You want your seams finished off, and of course you want it all. You want your points to line up where your points should line up. You want your curves to do what your curves are supposed to do, and those things take time. But because I sew all the time, I can do that. So I could just make my entire vacation collection at one time. I could just make my evening collection at one time, but I don't have to do that because these are pieces that I need down the road, and I just like seeing them come together one by one. So yes, I will make multiple things at one time, and these things right here are what were going on last week. If I wanted to, I could have added another piece, but I felt like this would be enough for one time. So I'm glad you came over today to see what was going on. I do again appreciate everything. I'll have some pictures of the pants and the shirt to show you, and I have pictures in that plaid dress to show you. So if anybody's going to be making these things, I think you will be pleased. Now, I've made several shirts. I haven't used this pattern, but I've made several shirts, and if you can tell, I kind of like that charmeuse fabric to make shirts, because I make them, I like them big and baggy so they can be worn. I know it's not a shacket, but when they're long like that, they're not long to the knee, but long like that, it's not a shirt, it's still more like a shacket. But of course I know this is a shirt, but I don't know if it's this linen fabric, because It's so sheer. I mean, it's sheer, but it's thin. I don't know if it's this linen fabric because I love the charmeuse, but there is something about this shirt that is probably a combination of the linen fabric, but the pattern is nice. I like Beauty Du Jour's designs, and I like her patterns. And this right here, oh my goodness, I didn't even know I was going to make this shirt, but I did. So I will definitely be making this again, and the next time I will not use buttons thin like these mother of pearls. This way I put the buttonholes here, because I put 3. She only has 2 on the pattern, but I put 3. But I would love for this detail, this double cuff detail, to show a little bit more. So maybe I'll do one that's like a color block, and then you can see it, and maybe even do the pants again with some colorful top stitching so that you can see that patch in there. So if anybody's going to make any one of these, I think you will be well pleased with all of the garments, even with the bag. I love my bag. I'm starting to make bags again. I had kind of backed off of that, but I'm starting to make bags again. So thank you so very much for watching. If you liked what you saw or what you heard here, hit that like button, share my channel. Of course, you know I am so pleased about the subscribers. Last week I announced a winner for winners for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. That was really fun and exciting. I had 4. I've heard from 3 people, still 1 I'm waiting to hear from, but you know, I'm not in a hurry. When they watch the video, they'll see that they won. But I am still just loving what I do, having fun over here on this channel. If you haven't subscribed and you're thinking about it, of course, I appreciate you just watching. I really do. But the one thing I do ask all of the time is that you ring that bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day. Bye.